the interpretation of MRI is very center dependent and radiologist dependent, and we know there's a lot of variation from place to place. Prostate cancer is what we eat, breathe, live, and sleep. I mean, it's what we do all day, every day. In the era of telehealth, we can talk to people anywhere. They don't have to drive 6 hours from wherever it is they live. But grade group 1 does not have the molecular or the clinical characteristics of cancer. So why are we calling it cancer? One of the hallmarks of cancer is that the genes get dysregulated. And it is important, by the way, just to step back for a second and talk about genetics, because we're using a lot of genetic testing these days. It's called a TMPRSS2 ERG rearrangement. And for whatever reason, this is not well understood. We see that very commonly, about half of all lower grade, lower stage prostate cancers in white men, and much less commonly in black men. Before the diagnostic biopsy is still in, I'd say, research phase, there are a number of interesting studies suggesting it might be just as good as MR, maybe even better than. Transperineal is a great addition to the toolkit for anterior tumors. It makes a lot of sense, but I don't see it wholesale replacing transrectal. Based on the data, the last thing we want is for the biopsy to be so uncomfortable that it's a barrier to active surveillance. We don't want men in that category to say, listen, I'd rather just get my prostate out than ever go through another biopsy because that was such a horrible experience.